So do you think it's fair to say a guy knows when it's someone he either is going to date or marry,
A guy knows what he wants. Yeah.
and he'll go for it?
Like here's the way I put it. A guy knows whether he wants to have fun with the girl, whether he wants to take her serious pretty quickly.
Okay. And I always say a girl, if a girl feels confused about a guy, then he's not sure about, like, you shouldn't feel confused. If a guy wants you and likes you, he makes it clear.
It depends on the age. In college, it's all confusion
Okay.
because in college you're fighting the battle of I want this person, but I'm really young and this is my college experience.
Mm.
So it's constantly pushing and pulling of that. A lot of people meet someone in college that may have worked out for them, but they're just not mature enough yet.
Hmm.
But at an older age, post graduation, like 25 plus, I think it should be
Should be pretty
pretty
clear.
clear. Yeah.
So
That's my opinion.
if a guy is breadcrumbing you or dangling the carrot and carrying a situationship, then should the girl kind of assume he's not going to date you?
Yeah, I would think so.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I think too. That's what I
Listen, I don't
think
want
too.
to
No,
throw
no,
the
no.
No,
It's
it's
guys
just
under the
fair.
bus here, but
no.
it's the dragging on and well, I kind of like you, I like you, but that's it's either looking for company, sex, or just something in between there.
In that scenario, do you think the guy has a couple of those going on? Would that be more of a typical thing?
Uh, a lot of times, yes, but I don't think it's exclusive to guys. I
No,
think a
not at
lot of
all. Yeah.
girls have a lot of things on the side going on as well, but a person that does that consistently usually has a couple people,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially in my generation. It's called a roster.
Mm.
But usually there's a couple people
Now,
in there.
when you say girls do it, do they also breadcrumb? And meaning that, I'll give you a little bit here, just to keep you in.
Yeah, well, it's different because with guys, if a girl's giving you, that's pretty much all
Right.
you care about to stay in the picture, right?
Right.
So with I feel like with girls, it's a breadcrumb of, and with guys, it's a breadcrumb of attention and emotions,
Yep.
right? And
Yeah.
that's the difference. So some girls just want to have someone that they can call whenever they want to and get.
But don't you think, like, I know people say like girls do situationships too, but don't you think it's rare that a girl is doing that and the guy is wanting to lock her down and she's like, no, no, I just want to have sex. Isn't it more guys that, because I just don't, it seems like if the guy is getting sex, like you said, and that's pretty much what he wants, then wouldn't there be a fewer number of guys that would be like, no, but I also want a relationship, and she's like, no, I just want to have sex.
I think a girl's quicker to cut it off if a guy gets feelings, so she
Mm,
doesn't have to deal with that.
okay.
Versus a guy, a lot of guys, not all guys, they'll drag it on as long as they need to.
They'll play the mind
They'll play the
games.
mind games.
She doesn't want to deal with
Yeah,
that.
certain guys are definitely like that. Certain girls are like that as well, but I feel like girls don't get too messy when it comes to that. They're just like, this guy wants me way too much. I'm getting out of it.
I'm getting out of it.
Versus a guy sometimes is like, oh, I got this girl. She wants me. Like,
And
I got this in the bag. I can do whatever I want in this situation.
he will, as long as she allows it.
Hmm.
And that's why I say I think it's on the girls they're in control of the situationship and how far it goes in general. I know there's girls that play the game too, but in general, at least when it's going on with a guy, I think the girl's the one that can either stop it or not. And if she's giving it up, she's not stopping it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you see a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's just someone's flashlight. It's not an actual.
Well, so that's why I say by 3 months, they need to have a conversation and be like, what is this? And if he can't answer, then they need to walk away.